Thieves! They're thieves. The angry voice pierced through the air, followed by the sound of heavy blows landing on flesh. Bloodied and battered, 4 young men begged for their lives as the mob surged around them. "We didn't steal anything," one of them cried, but the crowd didn't care. Their minds were set, their hearts hardened. They wanted blood, not truth. The small village of Umuru had not known peace for months. Thieves had turned the once thriving community into a place of fear and anger. They struck without warning, stealing the villagers' hard-earned possessions and leaving behind frustration and despair. The first major theft happened at Mama Chica's compound. A widow and trader, Mama Chica had spent years saving money to buy a grinding machine that would help her expand her small business. But one fateful morning, she woke to find her savings gone. "They've stolen everything," she cried, her voice echoing through the village. The thieves had broken into her room and emptied the clay pot where she kept her money. Not long after, Chief Obi's yam barn was raided. The barn, which stored yams meant to feed his family and workers for months, was stripped bare overnight. The chief was furious. "Whoever did this will not go unpunished," he vowed. But the thieves left no trace, and no one was caught. The most brazen theft occurred during a village festival. Traders had gathered at the square to sell their goods and celebrate, leaving their earnings in a communal safe. By the end of the festivities, the safe was gone. It was as if the thieves had disappeared into thin air. These incidents left the villagers on edge. Tired of the thefts, they became distrustful and vengeful. "The next thief we catch," Chief Obi declared, "will pay with their life." His words rang in everyone's ears, setting the stage for the tragedy to come. In a nearby town, 4 young men, Emeka, Obiora, Chinedu, and Ekena, were struggling students. Emeka was the calm and responsible one, always looking out for his friends. Obiora, fiery and outspoken, was the group's natural leader. Chinedu, the jokester, often lightened tense situations with his humor. Ekena, the quiet and observant one, rarely spoke but had a deep loyalty to his friends. The 4 were inseparable, sharing everything from meals to problems. Exams were approaching, and they were all under pressure to pay their school fees. Emeka, in particular, had worked tirelessly to save up the money for his fees. One evening, Nemdi, a native of Umuru, came to Emeka in desperation. His wife was in labor, and the hospital refused to admit her without payment. "Please, Emeka," he begged, "I need your help. If you lend me the money, I'll pay you back in a week." Emeka hesitated. The money Namdi was asking for was what he had saved for his fees. But Namdi's tears and desperation moved him. "All right," Emeka said, handing over the money, "but I need it back soon. Exams are near." Namdi swore he'd return it, but weeks passed and he didn't. When Emeka called to ask for his money, Namdi had excuses. "The baby is sick. The rains ruined my crops. Give me just a few more days." Frustrated, Emeka told his friends. "He's been dodging me," he said. "I don't know what to do." Obiora slammed his fist on the table. "We'll go to his village and get the money ourselves. This nonsense must stop." The others agreed. They decided to confront Namdi at his home. To show they were serious, they each grabbed big sticks before heading to Umuru. When they arrived, Namdi was outside his house. His face turned pale when he saw the 4 friends with sticks. "Namdi," Emeka said, "we need to talk." "I don't have the money yet," Namdi stammered. Obiora stepped forward, his voice sharp. "You've had enough time. Do you think we're joking?" Their argument caught the attention of villagers passing by. Seeing himself cornered, Namdi shouted, "Help! Thieves! They've come to attack me!" The villagers, already on edge from the recent thefts, didn't hesitate. "Thieves!" someone yelled. The crowd swelled within minutes, armed with sticks, stones, and anything they could find. The 4 friends tried to explain, but no one listened. They were dragged to the village square, beaten, and accused of being the thieves who had been tormenting the village. "Let's finish them," a man shouted, and the crowd roared in agreement. The boys' cries for mercy went unheard. By the time the mob dispersed, their lifeless bodies were left in the square, a grim testament to the dangers of blind rage and false accusations. Nemdi, who had falsely accused the poor young men, ran away from the village, leaving his wife and daughter after seeing the unfortunate situation done on the young men. Soon after the tragic incident, Umaru began to suffer. The rains stopped, and the fields dried up. Crops withered, and hunger spread across the village. A strange sickness followed, claiming lives, both young and old. Even the animals were not spared. Goats stopped giving milk, and chickens dropped dead in their coops. Chief Obi called for a consultation with the village's chief priest. The priest performed his divinations, and the truth was revealed. "The gods are angry," the priest said. This village is cursed because of the innocent blood that was spilled. Those 4 young men were not thieves. They came to collect what was rightfully theirs, and you killed them in your ignorance." The villagers were horrified. Guilt consumed them as they remembered the boys' pleas for mercy. "What must we do to lift this curse?" Chief Obi asked. "You must go to the families of the boys," the priest said. "Confess your sins and beg for their forgiveness. Only then will the gods forgive you." The village elders traveled to the homes of the boys' families. They knelt before the grieving parents, admitting their mistake. "We were wrong," Chief Obi said, his voice breaking. "Your sons were innocent. Please forgive us." The parents, though heartbroken, agreed to forgive after much persuasion. A cleansing ceremony was held in the village square, the same place where the boys were killed. The villagers offered sacrifices and prayed for forgiveness. Slowly, the rains returned, the sickness faded, and life began to heal. But the memory of that day lingered. A monument was built in honor of Emeka, Obiora, Chinedu, and Ikenna, a reminder of the dangers of blind anger and mob justice. And so, the story of the 4 friends became a cautionary tale passed down through generations. Always seek the truth before passing judgment, for the cost of ignorance can be far too great. And so guys, this is where I'm going to be ending this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.